What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your $600 second stimulus check update and your $2,000 third stimulus check update. In this video, we're going to go over those exact two things, the $600 second stimulus check update and the $1,400 to $2,000 third stimulus check, as well as some related news. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new update videos regarding the third stimulus check and the additional buckets of money that you can claim from the second and the third stimulus package, as well as help us reach our goal of 300,000 subscribers. Also, if you can, give this video a like down below. It really helps out our channel. All right, let's jump right into it. All right, we are up for several big days ahead. I know we've had a lot of big weeks lately. We did get the second stimulus check package passed, and the second stimulus checks are going out, or you've already gotten them now. But we're going to have another big week and a next big few days as we have an inauguration going on, we have an impeachment going on, and coronavirus is hitting near all-time levels of new cases and deaths across the United States, as well as new mutated strains now in the United States in at least 10 different states. Joe Biden says that he is going to deploy FEMA and the National Guard to set up COVID vaccine clinics across the United States as soon as he comes into the presidency, which is on the 20th, which is Wednesday. On Tuesday, the impeachment proceedings are expected to start in the Senate, and yeah, there's going to be a lot going on this week. Joe Biden says, quote, the policy changes that we're going to be making are going to take time to show up in these statistics. It's not just statistics, it's people's lives. Apparently, Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives, has not sent the impeachment articles over to the Senate yet, and apparently is strategically waiting on when she's going to do this. Speaker Nancy Pelosi declined yesterday to reveal when the House will send its resolution of impeachment against President Donald Trump to the Senate, leaving the country and her caucus guessing on the timing of the trial in the upper chamber, also known as the Senate. She said to reporters, and you'll be the first to know when we announce that we're going to send it over to the Senate. And while this is confusing a lot of people, including many Democrats, including House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer, who wanted to send it immediately and thought it had already been sent to the Senate, arguing that undermining a central tenet of their argument for impeaching Trump to begin with, that he's a danger to the country and should be removed as much as possible or as quickly as possible, but yet on Wednesday he's going to leave anyways because it's inauguration day at noon on Wednesday. So yeah, let me know what you think Nancy Pelosi is up to, because there's something going on there and I'm not sure what it is yet. Let me know what your thoughts are. Also, 73% of people in a new poll are worried about violence on Inauguration Day and the few days before and the few days after because of the threats that the FBI has already gotten warnings on Inauguration Day, and in the 50 different states, all the capitals have already received warnings that there could be protests and riots across the entire country in the days leading up to and after the inauguration. Now, what should you do if you haven't received your $600 second stimulus check? Well, there's several things that you could be doing, or maybe you should or shouldn't be doing. Number one is check your status with the IRS. Go to Google and type in IRS Get My Payment Tool and check to see what the IRS says your status is on your $600 stimulus check. A lot of these lessons will be good for the third stimulus check coming out and any subsequent stimulus checks after that also. Go to Google, type in IRS Get My Payment Tool, and check the tool. It updates once overnight, so you can check it in the morning and you don't need to check it again for the rest of the day. It will give you their latest up-to-date information on your particular status of your second or the upcoming third stimulus check when that passes. Okay, so yeah. Also, if you use a tax return company such as TurboTax, Tax Act, Jackson Hewitt, there's a couple different scenarios that can happen there. One, they probably have your money, okay? So what you can do is A, call them, or one, call them. Uh, Two, check with them to see if you need to verify your bank account or your actual account with the tax company. And three is make sure that they didn't deposit the money onto a debit card. If you have like a TurboTax or a Jackson Hewitt debit card or a tax card that they load money onto, they may have put your $600 stimulus check onto that card. You can check that by checking your balance online with the card or by calling them. Another thing you can do is contact MetaBank. MetaBank is the issuing bank, issuing card of the debit cards that the IRS is sending out to you. So a lot of people are getting debit cards in the mail instead of a check, or even people that were expecting to get a direct deposit. If something happened with that, they might be mailing you a check or a debit card in the mail. So you can actually call up MetaBank, MetaBank. Just Google MetaBank, go to their website and contact them and see if they have a debit card in your name. The bank can tell you if there is a payment record in your name. Now, one thing to kind of note here is that even though they say the IRS is not sending out any more checks now at this point, there's checks in the mail already, and we know that the mail has been taking extremely long for a lot of these. Two, they might actually declare an extension of this to kind of get any payments out that aren't out. And also, these tax companies are saying that it's going to take them a few weeks to be able to get your money out. So there's still going to be a lot of people getting their money over the next several days or even several weeks. But if you don't actually end up getting the $600 stimulus check, then what you need to do is claim it on your 2020 tax return. I'll bring this up here so you can read this. You can pause the screen if you want to. But basically, if you do not end up getting your $600 stimulus check, or anybody you know doesn't end up getting it, then you may have to file a 2020 tax return to basically get that $600 as a tax refund or a tax rebate, as basically a refund on your taxes. Couple things to note. Number one is the IRS has delayed the start of tax filing season until February 12th, which is about 4 weeks away at this point, because they are extremely backed up due to sending out stimulus checks and direct deposits and having a lesser workforce due to the pandemic. Now, I've gotten a lot of questions for a lot of you guys from a lot of you guys that say, "Well, I don't file tax returns. I'm not required to. I don't make enough income, or for whatever reasons you don't file tax return." If you don't end up getting your $600 stimulus check, and remember, you can't file your tax returns for at least till February 12th. So I wouldn't jump the gun on this, okay? Because it still might show up in your bank account or show up in the mail, or one of these tax companies, if you use them, may have it, and you might still get your check, and the check could be in the mail. I mean, you still gotta unfortunately wait and check the IRS Get My Payment tool. But if in the end you end up having to file a tax return to get your stimulus check, and this might happen for the third one also, what you can do is this. Go to Google and just type in file simple tax return. Okay. Then I want you to scroll past all these ads. Okay. See ad. And the first real result here is free file from irs.gov. Notice that it says irs.gov here, right here. That's the important thing, is you go to the IRS's official website and it says free file, do your federal taxes for free. And on here, you can basically go through here, and if your income is $72,000 below, you can choose the IRS free file offer and just kind of do this online with them, and then give them your bank account number, and they will direct deposit your tax refund, which will include your stimulus check on there. So I'll kind of leave this up so you can pause this screen and read some of this if you want to. But basically, you'll just go through this little file here and fill out your tax return. If you make over $72,000, then you have to fill out a form, which they give you the link to the form right here. Let me know if that helped you. If you have any questions, as always, leave them down below in the comments, and I will try to cover the most frequently asked questions in upcoming videos. Also, at the end of this video, I will link you to another video I did, which may be reasons why your stimulus check is delayed or you didn't get the stimulus check. And this will also be for the third stimulus check out there. If you haven't watched that yet, you'll want to watch that. I'll link you to that at the end of this video. Also, let's talk a little bit about the $1,400 to $2,000 stimulus check that is in the third stimulus package. Okay. Number one, there's some people that are upset that it's not a full $2,000 and it's $1,400. So, number one, let me tell you why you shouldn't be upset about this. And the reality is that that is what really this check was the whole time. Remember when they passed the Cash Act in the House of Representatives? That bill was for basically to make the $600 checks increased up to $2,000. So it was $1,400 for adults, $1,400 for children, and for adult dependents and college student dependents. Basically, a dependent is somebody who is a dependent on another person's tax return. Okay, and it does look like that is exactly what happened in the third stimulus check package. That is what will happen for the third stimulus check. Now, personally, this is good news. You shouldn't be mad that it's not more. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you two different reasons why. Number one is that we're talking about $1,400 checks for adults and $1,400 checks for children. Remember, in the past, children only got $500 to $600 in the past on the first and the second one, and adult dependents didn't get anything. Adult dependents are going to get the full stimulus check, as so are children in this third package. Okay. Now, we don't know yet if adult dependents are going to possibly get more, possibly the full $2,000 or possibly even the first stimulus check, depending on the wording that they do when they come out with the actual bill on the third stimulus check package. Right now, we have an outline or a planned bill from Joe Biden, which is 19 pages. The actual bill will probably be something like thousands of pages. So number one, it's good that we're getting, well, really, this is the largest stimulus check we've got. And Joe Biden and the House of Representatives, that Cash Act, that bill was always for, let's make the $600 increased to $2,000. Now, the other reason why I don't think you should be upset is they are pushing already to increase this check to a full $2,000. So that would be $2,000 plus the $600 that you hopefully have already gotten from the second stimulus package. AOC and multiple different people are pushing to increase this to $2,000. Now, this is exactly what happened with the second stimulus check package. It started off as zero. And I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. I'm like, yeah, it's a stimulus package. There's some good stuff in there, like unemployment and the different, rent assistance and some different things. But the main thing is people want a stimulus check. And I was like, oh my God, that's terrible. And then we've seen both Republicans and Democrats pushing, and President Donald Trump pushing to make that stimulus check higher. So what they did at that point, because people were pushing to make the check higher, they basically took that $0 check and took the money away from states and cities and gave it to you guys in the form of a $600 check. So pushing for larger stimulus checks actually worked out and ended up getting you guys the $600 per person, which is a lot better than zero. So now our starting point is $1,400. $1,400 for adults, $1,400 for children, and for adult dependents. And again, we don't know exactly all the details of that yet. I will be keeping you updated when we get the actual bill here, which could be as early as tomorrow or the next day. We're getting new data and new information out every single day as we lead up to Inauguration Day. And there's also going to be several different executive orders done by Joe Biden on Inauguration Day, or possibly the next day, the first full day he's in office. We're getting more information on what those could be and what those will be in the next upcoming days as we lead up to that. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel. I will be keeping you updated on everything: stimulus checks, unemployment, mortgage and rental assistance, student loan forgiveness, the $200 per month Social Security increase. I will be keeping you updated on everything as the information comes out. We're going to be getting a lot of information over the next few days. I will not have an 11 p.m. video for you guys tonight. My parents are coming over and we are going to be having Chinese dinner. So make sure you're subscribed. I will see you guys at 10 a.m. New videos come out at 10 a.m. 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Subscribe and click the bell icon so you get notifications when we go live. This bottom video here is why your stimulus check may be delayed or you might not get it at all. Make sure to watch that if you haven't yet. This top video is my newest stimulus check video. Click on one of those to watch them next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.